This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, I'd like to call the Site Plan Review Committee to order for Tuesday, November 15th. Roll call, please.
Mayor Kadowski.
Here.
Gary Paul.
Here.
Dennis Persick.
Here.
Andy Krowski.
Here.
Dale Quinn.
Here.
And Chris Atkinson.
Here.
And Cameron's excused.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remember our men and women throughout the world in uniform. I have no changes to the agenda. I need a motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve? Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 5A, action on the Site Plan Review Committee regular meeting minutes for November 1st, 2022.
Motion to approve? Second.
Motion and a second to approve those minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Review plans for the following locations. 6A, action regarding a request for a third wall sign for Advent located at 2654 South Oneida Street, parcel VA-163-3-1. Aaron.
All right. Let me just share my screen here, bring up the elevation. This is a request for a third wall sign at the multi-tenant building at 2654 South Oneida Street. This was previously Steinhoffel's Mattress, and they did actually have a third wall sign at that time as well. The request for the third wall sign is this would be on the west elevation towards the parking lot to the rear of the building. From a land use standpoint, surrounding businesses are primarily commercial uses with the DOT building a little further back. Really no negative impact on surrounding land uses. So based upon that and the previous third wall sign on the property, staff recommends approval of the requested third wall sign as presented.
Okay, any questions, comments,
Move to
concerns?
approve as presented. Second.
Motion and a second to approve as presented. The third wall sign for Advent located at 2654 South Oneida Street, parcel VA-163-3-1. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Number 7, department reports.
Just a couple updates on some projects that came through site plan review. I'm sure you're aware, Hy-Vee opened up last week. If you haven't been there, it's huge. It's been busy, to say the least, but I think it'll be a nice addition to the community, provide additional options for village residents as well as folks outside the village. A couple other items. Footings have been poured for the Experience Green Bay building on Argonne, right behind the U.S. Bank across from Cabela's for Discover Green Bay for their visitor center. So they're moving ahead. Footings have also been poured for the Berkshire Ashwaubenon senior housing project on Mike McCarthy and Borvan. So they're moving ahead there as well. It's been a hive of activity on Mike McCarthy between that and the Commonplace and Odyssey Climbing Gym. So if you drive down Mike McCarthy, things are happening, which is great to see. Green Bay Packaging is also moving ahead. Their footings and foundations have been poured for their huge addition out in the industrial park. And then if you're looking to relax a little bit, Ashwaubenon Lanes bar has been remodeled and is open for business.
Okay. That's all we got happening. Not a lot, right?
Yeah.
Might come down and visit it when he was in town.
I think so.
Okay, so any items for next agenda?
We will.
Yep, we will have another site plan meeting.
Okay, I'd like to make a comment on this particular project. Knowing you brought 5 people in here for this one topic, which behind 90% of the stores on Oneida Street is the one that I canvassed this morning. They all have small signs like this in their back of the store so people know what entrance to get into when they go to these mini strip malls. Why do we have to come here for one subject with these 5 people we got here today? Isn't there some way on something like this that does not need us meeting to have this approved internally?
We certainly can review the ordinance to see if there's some ability to allow for staff approval of third wall signs. But I guess that'd be up to Site Plan Review Committee, Plan Commission, and Village Board to make that determination. I do try to group agenda items whenever I can. In this case, you know, they were chomping at the bit to get approval so they can order their signage and get it erected. So I didn't want to push them off for another 2 weeks just because it was the only agenda item. So there's some timing factors that have to go into it. I'm certainly sensitive to everyone's time, yours as well as the applicant.
All right, I understand that. I understand our customers' needs, and I understand what you have to go through, Aaron. It's not that I'm saying bad things to anybody about it, but there's got to be some way when you've got one item on the agenda that can be approved in 30 seconds. There's got to be some way that you can take care of that without bringing us here when it's the only thing on the agenda. When you group them together, why not? That I can understand. But there's got to be some way that you can approve this knowing it's well under the ordinance, even though it's, to me, it's a directional sign. What door do I go in?
Yeah, let me research the ordinance a little bit to see. Right now, it's very clear. Any third wall signs have to come to committee for approval. You know, I'll see what I can do, but I believe this might be the first time in the 5 years I've been here where we've had just one third wall sign. So this is certainly an outlier.
You can still do this online though, right? You know,
Pardon?
can you do it online?
Yes, certainly.
I mean,
Well, I'd like to see you research it once and see, you know, if it comes up again. It just struck me funny. Or, you know, I'm taking up, we were already 7 minutes into this, and we approved it 4 minutes ago, but there's got to be some way to let you handle it. And I know it's within the ordinance, and you know what the ordinances read, so it's got to be a way.
All right. Let me see what I can put together.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron. We'll talk to Patrick. Okay. So we will have items on the next agenda, so plan on being here for site plan. I need a motion to adjourn.
motion, second?
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.